Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are taking a look at what is a master detail relationship in Salesforce. If you're studying for your Salesforce admin exam, this is something you're going to want to know. It will be on the exam. The link for this document is in the description, as well as a little trailhead exercise you can do to learn more about relationships. But if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I put out new Salesforce content each week, and we're going to go ahead and jump into this thing. So what is a master detail relationship? Master detail closely links objects together such that the master record controls certain behaviors of the detail and sub-detail record. For example, you can define a two-object master detail relationship, such as account expense report, that extends the relationships to detail records, such as account expense report, expense line item. You can then perform operations across the master detail sub-detail relationship. Now, what are the behaviors of the master detail relationship? So deleting a detail record moves it to the recycling bin and it leaves the master record intact. That's very important. You need to know that. Deleting a master record also deletes related detail and sub-detail records. Undeleting the detail record restores it, and undeleting a master record also undeletes the detail and sub-detail records. However, if you delete a detail record and later separately delete its master record, you can't undelete the detail record, as it no longer has a master record to relate it to. So this bullet point is very important. I know this will be on the admin exam, and it may be, there's 2 points to it. So if you delete the master record, all the sub detail records underneath will be deleted also. And you also need to remember that in a master detail relationship, you can delete the detail record, but it leaves the master record. Think of it like an accounts and contacts. If you delete a contact on an account, the account stays there. But if you delete an account, all the sub contacts underneath that account will disappear as well. And to their point here about deleting a contact and then later deleting the account and then trying to restore the contact, that will not work. By default, records can't be reparented in a master detail relationships. Admins can, however, allow child records in master detail relationships on custom objects to be reparented to a different parent record by selecting the Allow Reparenting option in the master detail relationship definition. Another great bullet point, this will come up in your exams as well, about allowing the reparenting and what's the scenarios that set that up. The owner field on the detail and sub-detail record isn't available and is automatically set to the owner of the master record. That's important. So in an account contact, the owner of the account is also the owner of the contacts, right? That's what that means. Custom objects on the detail side of the master detail relationship can't have sharing rules, manual sharing, or queues, as these require the owner field. Detail and sub-detail records inherit security settings and permissions from the master record. You can't set permissions on the detail record independently. So your contacts, the sharing settings, if a user has access to an account, they will by default have access to the contact. You can't limit that access in a master detail relationship. The master detail relationship field, which is the field linking the objects, is also required on the page layout of the detail and sub-detail records. The master object can be a standard object such as account or opportunity, or a custom object. As a best practice, don't exceed 10,000 child records per master detail relationship. Each custom object can have up to 2 master detail relationships and up to 40 total relationships. The related to entry can't be changed after you save the relationship, and a profile or a permission set can have an entity such as an account with a master detail relationship. A broken permission dependency exists if the child entity has permissions that the parent should have. Salesforce updates the parent entity for a broken permission dependency on the first save action for the profile or permission set. So for example, if the child entity has these permissions like a modify all or view all, the permissions are enabled on the parent entity of view all. So if view all or read, it's going to be read. Now that is all the detail on this help article for the master detail relationship. There's also this trailhead exercise you can do. It's called Create Object Relationships. And it goes through what are object relationships. And then as you read through, you can look at lookup, master detail, and more on relationships and explaining it as well. But I wanted to show in Salesforce, I created a new custom object. And whenever you are on this object here, I created one called Sales Team. And when you go to Field and Relationships and you hit New, you can look right here in this section. You have lookup, master detail, and external lookup relationship. If you look under master detail, it creates a special type of parent-child relationship between this object, the child or detail, and another object, the parent or master, where the relationship field is recorded on the detail records, which we read. The ownership and sharing of the detail records are determined by the master record. When a user deletes the master record and all detail records are deleted, you can create a roll-up summary field on the master record to summarize the detail records. So if you have 10 contacts on an account, you can have a roll-up summary field on the account that rolls up the information about the contacts. The relationship field allows users to click on a lookup icon to select a value from a pop-up list. The master object is the source of the values in the list. So that is what a master detail relationship is in Salesforce. Like I said before, if you're taking your Salesforce admin exam, all the points mentioned in these bullet points can be on the exam, and I've seen a couple of them on my admin exam, so make sure you understand them. Take the trailhead exercise. There's some other great resources from Salesforce as well. I highly recommend you checking it out. That way you're prepared for your exam. But if you found this video informative, please give it a like. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.